What's going on, YouTube world? I'm Pamper Gang. This is the boy with the Pampers and the Toys, Al, recording from paradise. And please make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please make sure you all like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and your enemies. And also check out my Twitter, my Instagram accounts, the boy with the Pampers and the Toys. And I appreciate all this love and support from everybody. It's been a road of success, and I really do value all my friends who subscribe to my channel, people who comment. I thank you all humbly. Let's see, Chris Rodriguez, thank you so much. I'm shouting you out. You're a good friend of mine. Angelo Collectibles, please follow Angelo Collectibles channel as well. And Maxine Andrew, follow her channel as well too. I think she's a beautiful soul. And if I forgot to shout out anybody, believe me, I'm going to shout you out in more videos to come. And I really do appreciate you all. So today we're going to be having a DC Comics Day. And today we're going to be talking about a character I never knew existed at all. And I was fascinated to find out about this character. This is Aqualad. And actually, I knew he existed. He just was on a different names back then. And there were two different characters of him. I remember the first one, but I really wasn't too fond of the second character. But we'll get into him. And first thing came to my mind was, is this Aquaman's son or something? Did Aquaman get some woman impregnated? I mean, saying that of respect. When I say that, we're all adults here. And so I read actually a thick comic book about this character a while back, but he never really rang in my permanent brain at all. But I had to be enlightened more about the second character. Okay, so there was the first Aqualad was Garth. He was introduced, I think, in like the 40s, if I'm not mistaken, or 1960s, one of them two. And I think he was of Spanish descent, if I'm not mistaken. He looked like he was of Spanish origin. And then the second character was named Jackson. So they had a new twist for Jackson. And as I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put it right in my mouth, because I'm known for doing that. So, I guess, they have their own, everybody's starting to make like a narrative of different type of storylines for characters. So I do know this character, he did like boys. And I'm only saying that so that it was shocking to me to know that, they made a DC Comics character, as they say, non-binary. And, so with that being said, his mother, what I did read about is his mother tried to hide him from who he was because she was of the same origins of him. And his father was named, was it Black Mata or something like that? Something like that, Mata, something that name. And he used the mother for information to get the shell that was around his neck that led him to some type of power or place of the unknown in the sea. And he had to manifest his powers over a time period. I know y'all like, well, you know so much about the character. That's because I had to remember the comic book that I read. And it went way over my head, as well as I had to do more research about who the second Aqualad was. And kind of a different story of self-discovery. Let's just say it that way. Okay, I'm always like dropping something. My Eon Flux feet ain't working today, y'all. So, alright. Come on now. I think these scissors are about to crack on me because I've been using them so much. And I laugh every time I use them because it's like the little grip part doesn't even grip. Look, Look, it just don't even grip no more because I done used it up so much. Okay. So Aqualad, he does this figure actually cost me about $30 when I purchased him. He was at Walmart, the usual stores that we all have. I love the boxing that DC Comics they still keep. Some people need to learn to keep the clear package so you can see their figure. And as you know, as again, there you go. So basically with Aqualad, he is African Jackson. I think that's Jackson. Let me see. Let's see what his real name is. Okay. So he does come with a comic book, so you will know his origin stories. And I'm not about to read the comic book. I'm not gonna waste time because we're talking about the figure. I can talk about the comic book and stuff. That's not a problem. So let's see the origins of Aqualad from the perspective. Okay. Real name is Calder. Jackson. This is Jackson. A natural-born leader and level-headed team player, and he's a part of the Teen Titans as well too. Because I did see on a cartoon on YouTube, fairly, I'm speaking, he tried to join the Teen Titans, and he bypassed security due to Goliath, the dog, knowing who he was. So he wanted to know who he was. That's how he found out who he was, and his mom was of the same powers as well too. Let's see, natural-born leader and a level-headed team player, Kaldam is an Atlantean/human hybrid who possesses the power to control and form water into solid constructs, pulled between not only the worlds of the land and the sea, but between those of good and evil itself. Calder, or Jackson Hyde, as he's known by his adopted human parents, has striven to make sure his legacy does not define him. Cool. Because I know in the cartoon I saw on YouTube, he had like a blonde fade, but this character, he has, I guess, blonde dreads. Whatchamacallit. So, let's get into his weapons of choice. But I'm going to be fair this time, because I know last time in some of my DC Comics videos, I didn't ever talk about the comic book, so I think it should be fair. And the comic book looks pretty amazing, the artwork and all of that. Like I can really turn the page. But I know Aquaman is his mentor or something to that degree. I thought Aquaman was his dad, to be honest with you, but they have so many scenarios. They can write comic books in a different format, and it's all about what you want his story to be. So just showing you that comic book right here. It's pretty awesome. He does come with these knife, water-like electric machetes. I think they're cool, to be honest, but just the coolest weapons on an action figure I've seen in a long time. Besides The Last of Us, the action figures I presented. Check that video out. They have some great weapons on that in that package I opened up. So, Aqualad, aka Jackson. Lord, why did that fall? So he does come with this weapon of choice right here. We're just gonna. The other one failed, but it's the same thing as these weapons. But that's cool. So if you like wanted him to hold these with no water like things, that's all it was. So I'm not gonna show the second weapon that fell on the ground. I'll get it later. Hopefully I don't sweep it up. So let's get into the articulation before I show. I'm all over the place today, y'all. But let's show the weapon in his hand. I'll talk about the articulation itself. It's one thing about me, I'm so unpredictable sometimes. I may not talk about something, I may go back to the second action figure and be like, oh, I didn't present this. Her head didn't move, or his head did not move back and forth. Let me check. So, these are his weapons of choice. So, articulation-wise, I don't like the pins in his body, but the figure, as you can see, he got scale-like features on the back of his attire. I think it was the attire that Damien gave him in Teen Titans. I don't think it had the scales, little sea scales. You know, he can breathe underwater too as well too. Basically, he can control the water. He's an Atlantean. Why not? So the face sculpt is pretty dope. I think the face sculpt does him justice. I think he actually looks like he did in Teen Titans, as well as being a new member of Teen Titans in the comic books as well too. So the head sculpt goes up and down, moves around. That's a plus. He got this little C gadget on the back of it, where his little handle things were on the back of it. But that's cool because these can substitute for that. He's got this belt right here. Now the only thing I see that he was missing was that shell that his mother had she protected. She gave his father, I think his name was Black Manta, if I'm mistaken. She gave him a fake one, but he realized that she gave him a fake one, and plus he left the woman pregnant with Carter. So Carter was born, and then look at his feet. The feet are pretty well detailed. I like it. Good thigh cut, boot cut. Well, you know, foot cut, not boot. I guess these are boots. You can say they're boots because they're part of his whole attire. He's got the famous orange shirt, kind of like Aquaman does. The hair mode is pretty decent. I love the hair mode. It's pretty decent. I can't remember if I paid $30 for this or 24. I might have paid one of them too. I can't remember. I just thought he was a great looking figure to add to my DC Comics edition. So I love this little artwork. They got like these tattoo scales on a little like sea scales. I guess they're water. I don't know. He does have these suspenders right here that were painted on. He pretty much is one of the best looking DC comic figures I've seen in a long time. So he stands up without this stand, but it's cool to have if you want to stand him up. Let me see if that red thing, well, the red thing moved all the way up there. I'm not worried about it. We'll get it the next time around. So as you can see, the seat belt that he has right here is sculpted on as well, too, molded on. I like how they did his feet. His feet are straightforward. Like, they really took their time to make this figure. This figure, I love it. I love it 100%. I could be a big old baby and be like, why do they have a second head sculpt with a fade? I'm not going to be, like, picky about that. The face sculpt looks so realistic. Looks like a real human being. And that's what I love about McFarlane when they make their figures. They look realistic. I will give it to them on that. Marvel, I like Marvel too. I'm a big fan of Marvel. But Hasbro, you know, they look detailed on their stuff too, like the actors and actresses in the movies, the Marvel movies that they make. But this right here he's not even based on a real life actor in a movie, and he looks realistic. So I do love the weapons of choice they gave him. I give his figure a 10 out of 10. I love it awesomely. He looks really good. So you can pick him up at Walmart. I don't think they have him at Target, but I think he's at Walmart still for about $25. I can't remember if it was 25 or 30. I'll just be buying stuff, swipe it, and you like it. And there you have it, everybody. The famous Carter Jackson. And I would like to thank all my friends for subscribing to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and your enemies. And also, he does have pins on his knees. I'm not a fan of pins. So there wasn't really too much to say about articulation-wise. He's articulated pretty well. But I give him a 10 out of 10. That's why I give him a 10 out of 10, because he does look perfect. Looks perfect. If you don't like the pins, it is what it is. And also check out my Instagram and Twitter accounts, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. And thank you all for your love and support. I'm going to always say that. I think I need to say that on every video. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. And everyone, have a great day. Have a great day. Don't let it go away. Bye, everybody.